Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we revisit an interview with Ricky Elder of REPerformance. Ricky is an Audi R8 expert. He is probably one of the most knowledgeable people in the world on the R8 V10 engine because Ricky worked for Audi in developing said engine. We take a look at his workshop. We get a behind the scenes tour of his processes and we learn about how he got started in business. So buckle in, it's a great video. All right, so we're here at REPerformance. This is Ricky.
Nice to meet you. I don't know which one to look at. There's too many.
Well, you just look at Christine or me.
Okay.
So I found you in a chat room. That's quite weird. It's not the first guy I found in a chat room about cars.
Yeah.
But you were. Everyone sort of mentioned your name when it came to R8s.
Yeah.
Well, what's all that about? Like you've got a history of them.
So I was essentially development engineer for Audi.
Yep.
On them. So
yep.
I did 2008-9 onwards. So I was powertrain engineer. Yep. Mainly, so engines on. I specialised in V10s, and ever since they followed me around. So
wow. Yeah. So this is your workshop, right? So
this is my place.
When did you start this, and what
2016, January 2016, I opened a business. Yep. And that was in a little, no bigger than that detailing bay.
Yes.
When I started. Yep. But yeah, I was doing stuff at home. Yep. I had 3-4 R8s on a driveway at home, and it was like, oh, there's a business here somewhere. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and just opened the door and never stopped.
So what is it that you love about the R8 particularly? Because you don't just do R8s, but you have a lot of them here.
Yeah. So what do we do? So what's outside at the minute?
There's a green one.
Yeah, there's a green Aventador S.
Yep.
An LP700 left yesterday. There's a Hurricane. Yep. There's a Gallardo. All the R8s.
Yeah. Too many to count.
Yeah. I think client counted start of the week. There's like 18 here.
Wow. So the reason I came to you, one of the reasons was that obviously you know the R8s inside out. Are there sort of common things that come up with them? Yeah.
Depending on what one or what age. Yep. Mag ride is probably the biggest. Yep. That's the biggest.
Yes.
So we probably convert a car a week now off mag ride.
Off mag ride onto something else, either a fixed suspension or a variable?
We just use R8 passives.
Right.
So we just use, if you'd spec your car without mag ride, that's what we fit. I can take your car off mag ride, put it on passives, and you'll be like, oh my God, car's transformed.
Yeah, wow.
What else? If it's a manual, the slave cylinders on the clutches, clutch pedal gets really heavy, like what yours was. Yep.
And that's around what, I'm thinking kilometres, but what is that, 50,000 miles, 40,000 miles?
Yeah, the earlier ones were worse because they didn't have a shroud over the release bearing, over the slave cylinder, so it got built up with clutch dust, and that's what jammed it up. The later ones are better. I've seen clutches go at 5,000 miles, I've seen clutches go at 60,000 miles. Yeah, right. All comes down to right boot. Right boot, left boot.
Yeah.
So how it's driven.
Yeah.
What
and
else?
same with Artronics, right?
Artronics is harder to see. So what you'd normally find on Artronic is slip on shift.
Yes, that's right.
So if you do flat or hard power, high power shift, it'll like be lazy on gear shift.
Yes, and I had a kind of a clunkiness. With it, Artronics known to be a wee bit clunky, but it was like really clunky.
Yeah, so everyone thinks it's a flat shift gearbox. You can't flat shift in it. The better thing to do is to lift ever so slightly. Yes. But if you let the car deal with it, it will just cut a load of power out and then bring it back in, and you like rock in the car. So
I know, like when I'd done 60,000 Ks in my R8 and I put a brand new clutch and flywheel in my one, and it was like a new car. And the Artronic was like, well, this is great. I used to hate it before that, and then now I understand. Well, when it's new, it's really nice.
Yeah, we've just taken an R8 GT off Artronic and converted it to manual.
Yes.
But that Artronic
I saw that.
in that
that's
car.
Cool. That's
that
a
was
great
a
video.
track.
I'm going to link that video in the description
because
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So we've just finished that now. We've got to do a final video on it. But only one in the world. Yeah, that's R8 GT. I mean, that car is like a time attack car anyway, so that's pretty trick. But
because you can't get manual cars anymore. There's not many of them even for sale.
No, that's not. So Hurricane was never manual. Yep. Ferraris after 458 onwards. Yep. No manuals. Yep. R8 up until 15
was it?
You could, but there's 7. Yep. So if you can find a facelift Gen 1 Plus in the UK manual, there's 7 of them. Yeah, there was 9, 2 are gone, and I look after all 7. Yeah, brilliant.
Well, let's have a quick look around your... you want to give us a wee tour, and we'll follow you around?
So you're in the engine room at the minute?
Yes.
So there's a V10 in build at the moment.
Yep.
There's 2 McLaren engines, 2 blocks sat down on the floor next to you. There's Dodson gear kit out to go in my car. There's a wave track diff. Yeah, a couple of McLaren cylinder heads.
That's awesome. This is nice having this little run through there. So then we come into the main mother.
Then we come into the bit that hides, so like carbon intake manifold for my car.
Yep.
And then that's like def corner, so old gearboxes, old engine cases, just kind of like hidden out of the way.
Yep.
Then this
so you must be the largest Audi R8 servicing person in the UK.
Yeah, we
surely.
do. So like we use something called TPS, and we shift more R8 parts a year than like the rest of the network combined or something.
Not surprising.
So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Then we've got Pro Detail in there, so that's Jordan's own business. He's just in here. So,
awesome.
He'll do XPEL film, ceramic coating.
I see that on your Instagram quite a bit. We should link that as well.
Yeah, so we link up a lot. So a lot of my clients are his, a lot of his clients are mine.
Yep.
And that's his second little bay as well.
Yep.
Then we got 2 working ramps. So we've got Mitch on one, Carl on the other.
Yep.
They're just putting this. So we've put an exhaust on the back of an R8, and we just need to line the tips up. So we put the exhaust on, put the bumper on, line the tips up, and then it all comes back apart to put the heat shields on.
Yep. That's great.
My dyno in the corner, but that's a bomb site at the minute because I was here till midnight last night putting the engine in my bike.
So were you racing this weekend?
No, I was racing last weekend.
Yep. Is it warm enough out there?
Yeah. But my engine failed, so I had to put a new engine in the bike.
Yes.
So that's going to dyno today to get tested because I'm out on Monday.
Right. So this is what's your process back here? Look at this. I mean, this is like, I've never seen so many R8s in one place.
There isn't a process. We fly by the seat of our pants.
I love it.
This is organised chaos.
No, that's cool.
Just my red one is outside. We got to bring that back in a minute because that's ready to go for sale. Yep. So
that's great.
It's mad. It's mad.
I love it. So, thank you so much.
I'll
wrap it here. Thank you so much. It's been so good to find you and someone that knows and loves these cars as much as I do. It's great to know that it's been in good hands. And I think the next car I get in the UK, I might have to contact you and just give it a bit of a look over.
We do quite a bit.
Just because I think in New Zealand, it's hard to find anyone with the experience because there's not so many cars. It's just they're not there. They might do 2 R8s in a year.
Even like mainland Australia, like my friend lives in Brisbane. I reckon I'd be a millionaire by now if I lived over there. Because there is a lot over there. No one knows. I think he was saying, McLaren, the nearest McLaren centre to Brisbane's like Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's right.
So snakes.
Excellent, man. Snakes and spiders, man.
The spiders I can deal with, but when when you go to like the Steve Irwin Zoo in Brisbane, and they've got the house of all the 9 of the 10 deadliest snakes in the world are from Australia.
I know.
You're like, nah.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, thank you so much.
Cool, no worries.
Awesome.
All right,
cheers.
Have a safe trip home.
Thanks, will do.
Bye.
Thanks, Ricky.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see what happens after we picked up our car from Ricky and drove it all around Europe, you can click here or there, and you can subscribe to the channel as well. That would be awesome. We'll see you next time.